Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about a Wfabb podcast. So I have not done a video on Wfabb since December. So I was kind of looking into Wfabb, kind of seeing where they are now, what it is that they're doing, and the different avenues they're taking to recruit more people. So I kind of wanted to do some updates on where Wfabb is now. So they do have two separate podcasts. They have a podcast called Waking Up with Wfabb. So that is essentially the top 5, 6, 7 reps that are in Wfabb. They host a specific day on the podcast. So the leader hosts on Mondays, someone hosts on Thursdays, someone hosts on Fridays. And it's pretty much for anyone to watch it. It's for anyone of their followers to watch or anybody who is in the MLM with them. So I'm going to be reviewing this podcast also. But the podcast that we are going to be reacting to today is from two of the top Wfabb members. And these two members kind of went off to do their own separate podcasts. So not only do they have the Waking Up with Wfabb that they host, they also host kind of a separate podcast called Talk Yo Shit. So this podcast kind of goes into things that are not included with the MLM. Clearly the podcast Waking Up with Wfabb is a lot more based on like personal development and kind of reeling people into their MLM versus this podcast is more so like a personal podcast that talks about different things. So these individuals decided to make a podcast episode titled Haters, and they specifically talk about people who critique them, people who make commentary content on their MLM. And that's why I kind of wanted to talk about it today. I always find this topic very fascinating when we see top leaders in MLMs talk about their haters. I think it's fascinating to see what they think about people who critique them. So that's why I wanted to talk about this specific episode from this podcast. So with that being said, I'm going to put this on 1.25 speed. It is 23 minutes, but I think that lowers it to about 18 minutes. And then we could talk about it. And then I will be reacting to the newest Wfabb team call next. And then I will be reacting to the Waking Up with Wfabb podcast to kind of just show you guys what they're doing now, their new methods to recruiting, how they're trying to reel people in now, utilizing things like these podcasts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Talk Your Shit podcast.
This is your host, Melody.
And this is your host, Sabrina.
And now it's time to talk our shit.
Cheers to that, sis.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, today's episode is going to be about hate.
Shout out to you, Karen.
Okay. Sabrina.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
I'm not sure I'm down for it.
No,
Okay.
it's not time. Okay. So, have you ever experienced hate
From another woman. Is that even a question that you're asking me? Unfortunately, I have to say yes. And as much as I'm not proud of it, I don't think it's like fun. Yes, I have experienced hate on social media a lot. You know, like obviously, you know, we use our social medias for our business and for everything in general. And as much as I love social media because there's so many opportunities for us to take advantage for anything. It's such a beautiful tool, but it's also a very powerful tool for haters to go and add their sauce when you don't ask for it. So yes, unfortunately, I have experienced hate for a woman. And I'm not going to lie, every time I do, I'm just like, you know, I just feel like if ever it just shows... It's a trigger for them. Like I realized that if you receive hate, it has nothing to do with you. I know that it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them. And if ever, I just think it's so unfortunate for you to like hate on somebody else. And like, you know, I've received a lot of like under my comments, like on TikTok especially. I feel like a lot of people have
audacity.
They have big cojones on social media, right? Clearly, they would never come to my face and say that straight up to my face, which again, I think is so unfortunate. Like if you have something to tell me, come and tell me. Why don't you send me a private message and be like, yo, like, you know what I mean? If you really had something to say.
So hate would be somebody going after these women, personally attacking them, talking about how they look or attacking them as an individual, saying, oh, you're ugly, your outfit sucks, things like that. Things that there's no need to comment on them. There's no need for you to put your 2 cents in when it comes to how somebody looks and their outfit and what they wear and the shoes they have. And I would consider that more so hate. If you look at people's comments and they're talking about somebody personally and they're attacking how they look, things like that, that would be an example of hate. Now, criticism could be somebody, for example, I've had this happen so many times where somebody tells me like, oh, your audio. I used to have an issue with my audio when I was changing microphones. I didn't notice that there was this high kind of like pitch in the background that you didn't really notice unless you were like a viewer and it really irritated you. So I had someone in my comments like comment and be like, hey, I'm not sure if you hear it, but I think your audio has an issue. There's like this high pitch behind it. And I actually figured out that that microphone could not be next to a laptop, and I always have my laptop in front of me. And anytime it was next to a laptop in the background, it would like make this static, like very loud noise. That, not loud noise, but like a high pitched noise. And I would not have noticed that if that person did not comment and be like, hey, I think there's an issue with your audio. You should probably check it out, whatever. This allows me, and that kind of criticism allows me to kind of look into, oh, what's going on with my camera? What's going on with my audio, and how can I make it better? And that's why I have a new microphone, a microphone that doesn't mess up when it's close to your laptop and things like that. So I think MLM reps fail to differentiate hate versus constructive criticism or criticism when it comes to commentary creators. They cannot tell, and they will not tell the difference between someone hating on them because of they're attacking their looks or what they wear, things like that, versus someone who comments on what they're saying. They make commentary videos on them exposing their tactics, lies, and things like that. And when it comes down to it, there will never be a day where I say, I hate these women, because I don't. Do I like what they're doing? No. Do I like how they manipulate people? No. Do I like how they lie to people publicly? And then in their Zoom calls, they talk about how they lie to people publicly? No. Now, do I expose behind the scenes information that came straight from them in order to provide maybe another side of a story or a different perspective, or allowing me to kind of show the facts versus what they're saying to people? Yeah. So when people critique their MLM or expose that what they're doing is a scam, or they expose their lies that they publicly spread on their platforms, that is not hate. That is someone trying to get the truth out to consumers, someone who's trying to help women not get roped up into an MLM based on lies, facades, and manipulation. Because Wfabb does that a lot. This team does it a lot. I just watched a team call where she literally said, one of these girls said, I lie on social media. So there's a difference between someone's hating on you and they're attacking you as a person versus somebody going after the things that you're saying and critiquing that and showcasing the facts and the fact that what you're saying is not true, and showcasing the manipulation that you utilize in order to reel people into your MLM. So I just wanted to talk about that because this whole entire video, they're going to hint to YouTubers or content creators who make commentary about their MLM. They're going to talk about those people and say that they're hateful individuals. So no, those people are not hateful if they critique your MLM. If they are sitting there telling the truth and exposing your lies, that is not hate. And then she said, every time I get hate, it shows it has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with the person hating me. So when it comes to the content that I make, it has nothing to do with me as a person. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with the MLM, the manipulation, and the lies that you spread on your platform. When I make content on MLMs and I expose behind the scenes calls, it's because I want to show people the truth. So I am making content that has to do with you. I am making content that shows the tactics you use to get people roped into the MLM that are wrong and not factual. So no, I do not always think that when someone makes content about Wfabb and the team, it means that something's wrong with me. No, it means that what you're doing is wrong, and I have a perspective and a truth to showcase, whether it's statistics that I can show, whether it's manipulation tactics that I could show, things like that. So I'm finding that in this whole entire call, they are just trying to deflect. They are trying to be like, it has everything to do with the other person. The other person's not successful. They're not confident. They're insecure with themselves. It's like, no, people who make commentary content on Wfabb are not insecure about themselves, or I should specifically talk about me. I'm not insecure about myself or not confident, things like that. I just want to help people not get roped up into your MLM by lies and manipulation. She then said, if you have something to tell me, send me a private DM. Now, I can understand why some people say that, like, oh, just send me a private DM. The issue is that most MLM reps, if you do go into their DMs, they don't want to hear what you have to say. A lot of people are so far mentally into their multi-level marketing company that a DM will only escalate to an argument on the other person's side, because when you have someone going into your DMs and kind of telling you, hey, what you're doing is wrong, you're going to be defensive. You're not going to want to talk to that person, even if they're coming to you from a place of love and they're saying it very nicely. They're not attacking you in any way. I have just seen so many people that are in the MLM get defensive because it feels like you're attacking them because you're critiquing what it is that they're doing and you're trying to show this person that what they're doing is hurting other people. So that's kind of what I've noticed since I've been doing content on MLMs, which I've been doing content on MLMs for over 2 years. So in my opinion, it's better for the MLM rep to realize these things themselves, for the MLM rep to be like, okay, I'm ready to look at these videos that people are making. I'm ready to step out of the MLM perspective and actually listen and actually do my research versus feeling attacked by a DM. I also think it's interesting that they're like, oh, DM me, don't make videos. So in my opinion, it makes me speculate that they are trying to stop people from getting the word out publicly about their team and about their MLM. Because if everyone just sent a DM, the public wouldn't be getting warned about the horrific facts about MLMs. There wouldn't be videos. There wouldn't be articles from journalists. There wouldn't be these documentaries on Amazon and Netflix and stuff like that. Nobody would see the things that are happening behind the scenes with this MLM. So in my opinion, it's important to show what's happening publicly so that we could help those people.
So I feel like it's really easy nowadays to just go and add your sauce behind your screen in your room when nobody knows. And I feel like if you have the time to hate, clearly you need a project. You need to join my business. You know, but you need to do something because like I don't have the time to hate. I personally don't have the time to hate. And if ever like I want to use my platform to promote love, to promote growth, to promote other things and not promote hate. Like people that use their, because sometimes like you receive hate like on their comments in a DM, but sometimes people will hate on their stories loudly. And I'm like, you shouldn't use your page, your platform to promote hate. That to me is like, I don't, it's really not who I am. So I can't relate. You can't. And every time I've had that, I'm just like, it doesn't affect me. It used to. 2 years ago when I started my business, I would receive hate. It would get to. I'm not going to lie. It would. And I would start overthinking until I realized everybody that's, you know, the quote that says, happy bitches
don't hate.
Yeah, hate hating and hating bitches ain't happy.
Yeah.
That's what's
100%.
So she said 2 years ago when she started her business and she would receive hate. She's talking about criticism. Again, she's talking about when she joins her MLM, how people would say what's wrong with the MLM and how they would tell her and try and warn her about the MLM that she was receiving hate. Again, it's not hate when someone critiques an MLM. So when I make these videos, it's to spread education about the MLM business structure that you are not showcasing when you post your videos or when you do these behind the scenes team calls that are harming people. So I would hope that the content I make isn't getting to you, but I would hope that you would take the time to listen to it and see a different perspective. She also said, you know the quote, happy bees don't hate, hating bees ain't happy. Again, I don't think that people who critique your MLM are just not happy. A lot of people are happy that will critique your MLM. Just because people make commentary content on the internet, which is a whole thing in and of itself, you're not the only person that people are making commentary about. Celebrities, MLMs, all types of scams get commentary on them, or scammers when it comes to celebrities, influencer scams, things like that. Just because someone is making a commentary video, it does not mean those people aren't happy. And low key, even people who actually do hate on individuals, they may be happy too. Who even knows? But I just don't think that there's logic that's used behind these arguments that they're making about people who create commentary content on their MLM.
She skipped me. Cheers.
That's okay. You can have another one. I just wanted an extra sip. And you, Mom?
Of course, yes. I got hate as well from, women and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of people and a lot of women are really heavy on the, girl empowering other girls and like women empowerment and, we're supporting each other's now. But a lot of people say that they do that and they empower other women and that they support other women. But I realize that actually it's not all women that are really supporting other women. Like a lot of people when they don't, because it's okay if you don't really, love what I personally do. We don't have the same interests. We're not, we
keep it to yourself, sis.
Keep
it to yourself.
Yeah. We're different and that's okay. But I feel like if another woman would do something that I don't really love, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna skip it.
Why are you like?
Why do you feel the need to like comment my DMs and tell me like, hey, what you're doing? I don't really care.
So she said, the one girl said, DM me. Why wouldn't you just come into my DMs? And now she's like, why do you find the need to come into my DMs and tell me what I am doing wrong? Didn't you just say you want people? So what do you want? You just don't want people to make commentary content. You don't want people to show the truth because it's probably making you guys not make as much money because people are showcasing the truth about your MLM. They're showcasing the manipulation. They're showcasing even people who have left Wfabb, left your team, and have talked about the horrific things that have happened to them and the horrific way that these people were treated. So this just shows you don't want people to reach out. You don't want people to make content. You just want people to look at what you're doing. You want people to look at the harm that you are causing to individuals and just not say anything. And that's not the reality. If people see people on the internet scamming, they are going to talk about it. if they see people on the internet manipulating individuals, they are going to talk about it. It's just like influencers. Same for top MLM reps. People are going to talk about it because you are hurting people. If you weren't hurting people, nobody would talk about it because it's like, yes, girl, you're doing amazing. You're not hurting anybody. You're doing A-okay. But now y'all don't want people to come into your DMs because you don't care. You don't want people to make commentary because they're hating. So what do you want people to do? It seems to me that you just want people to shut up and let you hurt people, which is just not the reality of what's going to happen. She then said, it's okay if you do not love what I do or have the same interests. We're different and that's okay. Keep it to yourself. So I do agree that if you have a different interest from somebody, like you like dancing and I like gymnastics, or you like to watch that TV show, I like to watch reality TV. Like everyone's going to differ. You like that style of music, I like this style of music. There's nothing wrong with that because we're humans, we're individuals, and everybody's going to have different interests in life. Not everyone's going to like the same thing, and that's valid, and nobody should attack someone because they don't like funny movies or over horror films. That just wouldn't make sense. But with MLMs, it's not a matter of having the same interests. It's a matter of consumer protection. It's a matter of helping people because MLMs, again, I'm going to say it a million times in this video, but MLMs harm people on a daily basis. I have listened to hundreds of stories. If you guys have seen my MLM horror stories series, for 2 years, I've been doing MLM horror stories. I have 90 something episodes or videos of MLM horror stories because of how many people, hundreds of thousands of people, sending me their stories about how they were financially harmed, emotionally harmed, mentally harmed, physically harmed by the MLM. I have watched people lose friends and family. I have watched people lose tens of thousands of dollars. I have watched people claim bankruptcy. I have watched people go through periods of anxiety, periods of depression, people having eating disorders after joining specific MLMs that deal with weight loss or fitness. So I will continue to speak on these things and I will continue to speak on MLMs because it's a matter of protecting people and helping people see the truth behind MLMs if they're ready to see the truth. Because not everyone, like I said, is going to be ready. Some people, it's going to take a lot longer. For me, I was in an MLM for 2 years before I started looking for things on the internet to see, okay, some of these things I'm doing isn't making sense. So I started doing my research once one of my friends posted a Kiki Chanel video. I took the time to watch it and it really had light bulbs like go off for me where I started to do my own research. So that's what these videos are about. It's to give a different perspective and it's also to show the truth. It's also to show the facts that the FTC proves. It's to show the facts behind the company. It's about showing income disclosure statements that they don't talk about in the company itself. It has nothing to do with people having different interests. Yeah, people can not like this lipstick and like that lipstick, and it's valid that people don't have the same opinion on that. But MLMs, it's different. It's not about a matter of different opinions or different interests. It's a matter of what's harming people and what isn't, and spreading education on that harm.
I love what I do, and I don't need another woman in my DMs like bashing me and bashing what I do, right? So I got hate from other women, and unfortunately, it is what it is. On TikTok as well. TikTok is like, TikTok is...
I had somebody hate on what I wear. Are you dumb? No, but like, are you dumb? Like, as if I asked for your 2 cents about what I'm wearing. To me, like...
from a woman?
From a woman. From a guy. Listen, let's talk about that later. I couldn't care less. But from another woman to comment on my outfit. Oh, it was something... I don't remember because obviously I don't care like that. But it was something about like, oh, that fit doesn't even suit you well, babe. Like, cute. It was like, babe, or like cutie or sweetie. You know, something as if she's trying to help me out?
Why would you say that? Why would you do that? Because especially, I feel like especially on clothes, like a lot of, we've been, when we go out, a lot of guys are like, looking at us when we're wearing like cute dress or cute skirts, and we just want to, like as another woman, you should just appreciate another woman that is like wearing whatever she wants and feeling cute, whatever she
and
like.
Stepping into her power.
Like, what is wrong with you?
It's
Karen?
putting somebody else's down, and I'm not about that life. No, I'm honestly, I think it's so old news.
Okay, this is what I do agree with them on. I 100% agree with the fact that you should not comment on what somebody wears. Everybody likes something different. Everyone has a different style. For example, for me, I'm more so along with like, oh, I was always told I was like a tomboy growing up. I wear basketball shorts and a big t-shirt to bed. I literally own like 35 pair of sneakers and 1 pair of heels because I hate them. I own 0 dresses. I own 0 jumpsuits anymore. Instead, I will wear what I'm comfortable in, which is something like jeans, leggings, joggers, bodysuits, graphic t-shirts, versus my best friend who loves heels. This girl's got to have like 35 heels and maybe 1 pair of sneakers, We're totally opposite. She has a million dresses. She loves to dress up. And it's so funny when we go out together when she visits me. And by the way, I'm talking about Isabella for those of you guys who know her. But when we go out, when we're together, it's hilarious because I'm like the one with sneakers and jeans and graphic tees and she's in a dress and heels. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's something where it's like, yeah, that's a difference of opinion and nobody should be talking about that. That's a separate thing from what they're mostly talking about in this video. They're mostly talking about commentary creators and people talking about their MLMs. So that's where this differs. I do think if someone's attacking what you're wearing, how you look, things like that, that I would consider that person's hating on you. If people are warning individuals about the harms you're doing in MLM, showing facts, manipulation tactics, income disclosure statements, FTC statements, things like that, that is people that are attempting to show the truth about what you're doing and expose the scam that you're involved with. There's a difference between the two.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree with that. So, what do you think of the Mean Girls era? You know, the girls that are like, just,
I know.
You know, yeah.
It's old news, sis. Okay, that's so 2015. It's like, so, you know the movie Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Like, it's out. I love that movie, don't get me wrong. But it's so out. It's like, why don't you try being nice?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I actually think you're more of a woman and of a strong, independent woman if you're able to share love and help others and push others instead of pushing them down. Because you know what that's screaming to me? Insecurity. Mm-hmm. It's screaming insecurity. It's screaming jealousy. It's screaming, you should be my friend. I could teach you something. Yeah. That's what it's screaming to me. Mm-hmm. It's like, honestly, when I see girls that are, and I used to be like that. I've had that era when I was in college before university where I thought I was like too fresh for school. Well, I wasn't too fresh. I really wasn't. It was honestly just insecurity. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like it's okay you're going through that, but if you stay there, it's a you are deciding. It's a you issue, and you are deciding to stay in that Mean Girl era. So why don't you try to heal yourself first, and then come back in my DMs and let's be friends. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's just not cute anymore. And you know why I think that is? Because as women, we've gone through so much to be able to have the life that we have, to be able to be equal, to be able to wear what we want, to say what we want, to have our own opinions. So now you're going to tell me, you know what us as women had to go through to be here, and you're going to come and bash on what I do and what I wear and what I say and what I don't do. Mm-hmm. That to me, it's like, come on now.
Mm-hmm. We need to talk about this. So there's two things that I really want to talk about. One, she said, I think you're more of a strong, independent woman if you help others and spread love. So I do think that helping people realize the truth on MLMs is helping people. It's helping people not go through the harm that MLMs cause individuals, whether it's harm on their mental health, emotional health, physical health, financial well-being. And these individuals and people in MLMs, they don't see it as helping others because the only way for them to make a livable wage in their MLM or make a side income in their MLM is to recruit people, is to have people believe what it is that they're saying. Because the more people that join them, the more money they make. So what you are doing, in my opinion, is the opposite of women empowerment. If you were to look at the truth about MLMs, you would see that most people that sign up with you will lose money, make no money, or go into debt. That's a fact. Most people who join your MLM, while you are rising to the top of your MLM, while you are making thousands of dollars a month, the people below you have the slimmest chance to even make a side income with that MLM. And that's shown through income disclosure statements and also what the FTC says about MLMs. So to me, that's harming people whether these individuals see it or not. In my opinion, I think they do based on the team calls that I have seen where they admit that they lie to people on the internet. To me, it seems like they do know what they're doing. They just are trying to make it seem on the internet, like publicly, oh no, what I do is women empowerment, but behind the scenes, they're talking about how they lie and manipulate people. So I don't look at that as women empowerment. And I think at the end of the day, they are harming people whether they realize it or not. Because a lot of people in MLMs don't realize the harm that they are doing, but a lot of top leaders are the ones that do realize what they're doing. And lastly, she said, you know what women had to do to get here. Now you're going to bash what I do. So the thing is, we do know what women had to do to get where they are today. This is the exact reason why I make content on things that scam women. I've really been venturing out not only about talking about MLMs, but talking about influencer scam, especially ones that we see impact women. And we already know that MLMs consist of over 60% of women. If you were to look at the demographic of an MLM and you were to look at the statistics that have been done on MLMs, over 60% of individuals in MLMs are women. And again, MLMs also show that 90% of the people who join make no money, lose money, or go into debt. And why would I want to see women get roped up into a system that's designed for them to make no money, lose money, and go into debt? I would rather make content exposing these things, exposing the success rates, exposing the manipulation, exposing the truths so that it can help women not get roped up into a system that is designed to hurt them.
So, not gonna lie, I'm done with that era. I don't even think it's cute. You're not even fresh. You think you're fresh. You truly ain't not. Mm-hmm. You are truly not personally developed for sure. When I see a girl that's in her Mean Girl era, that thinks she's too, I'm a baddie. Mm-hmm. Okay, you could be a baddie, but if you're a bad person, person, you're not a baddie. You're just unpersonally developed. That to me is my answer.
Yeah,
Straight up.
I agree with you 100%. Like,
straight up.
Why, like, you'd rather be, it's not, when I come across, women and they're like, these girls that are like, you give them a compliment and they're like,
I'm like, girl, you didn't even that fresh in the first place. I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice. Like, please, come on. Never mind, okay? Never mind.
I'm going to take it back.
Yeah, let me get it back. No, every time I'm like, you know what? Like, I was just trying to be nice, and now you're just like, why would you do that? Why would you try to not just be nice with people? And I feel like there was a time where it was nice to not want to be friends with people and just, like, be on your own and be like, but it's not that anymore.
No,
like,
not really.
We're changing, okay? Now it's about empowering others and truly be kind to other people. Like, it's literally just be genuine with people, and that's how you're going to receive more. Like, and if, as Sabrina said, like, if people are mean to especially women are mean to other women, it's because they feel insecure themselves and they have issues that they have to fix first. Like, I truly think that if another woman is hating on another woman, is like, mean girl, and all the time you just don't want to talk to anybody, and you're just like, you're that queen, you're that boss, but you're alone, and like, you don't, like, it's like, fix it up. Like, fix that.
If ever you want to be alone or you want to do it, that's not a problem. What I'm talking about is the people that are doing their own thing, but they add their 2 cents to other people without, like, I didn't ask you for your opinion, whether you like what I wear, what I do, what I don't do, what I say, what I don't say. I didn't ask you for that. If ever, and I realized, like, it's only the people that are unsuccessful and unhappy that will give you hate. Because I've never personally ever seen somebody that's successful that will come and hate on you. If ever somebody's successful and they have something to say because maybe you messed it up or you fucked something up, sorry, but it is what it is. They're going to be like, hey, you should have done that instead. Try that next time. They're going to give you constructive critique. So there's hate and constructive critique. Hate comes from a place of fear. It comes from a place of emptiness. It comes from a place of insecurity, of jealousy. And I don't want that. When people are hating on me, I'm like, I'm so sorry for you because you're just not where you want to be in life. So you're trying to take it on me. Right? Exactly. And you do it behind your phone. Because I've seen people in real life after they hate on me, because God has its way to have my back. Okay, so I would see them. Not all. I'm not talking about everybody because I have kind of didn't know that, but I'm famous. Clearly, you don't have, if you're not successful enough, you don't have haters.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, but I've seen them, and all of a sudden, it's very quiet in the room.
Yeah, it's always these ones. It's always these people. Always, as she said, you're never gonna see successful people. And like, if I can take the example of those who are hating on our business, and it's especially women. Like,
see, there it is. They always go back to the women that are hating on our business. Nobody's hating on your business. People are talking about the issues with it. It's exactly how people are talking about the dangers of family vlogging. It's exactly how people are talking about influencers lying and not showing the fact that what they're doing is ads and things like that. It's the same concept, just with your MLM. So if this team truly felt like what I do is being hateful, where's the proof? Instead of these individuals trying to combat these facts and really try and debate them, they personally attack commentary creators and call them haters. So this whole time, past couple years, this team, all they do is deflect. They deflect. Talk about how commentary creators are not successful, they are hateful, they are insecure, they're empty, they're jealous, because they know that they actually cannot come back with facts to back up their MLM. They can only come back with their personal opinion. So it's a matter of fact versus opinion, and facts will always matter in the end. Facts will always be the most important thing at the end of the day when it comes to MLMs, not people's personal opinions on them, because they benefit from the MLM.
We have YouTube videos about us on YouTube and hating and all that stuff.
Famous. I told my mom, I made it.
I
have videos on. We have videos on YouTube talking about us. Yeah. God damn.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to our haters, because but the thing is, most of the time it's women, and it's like
get it together.
Get it together, because what are you doing? I would love to see that girl on a day-to-day basis. Like, what do you do? Are you really happy? Like, do you have something that is fulfilling you, that is excited? Like, you're excited about this thing? Like, no. Like, truly, I would love to see.
No, but you know what? Let me tell you something. To all my haters out there, I just want to know, you probably need a hug and you probably need a friend. My DMs are always open, and I have mentorship spots for you if ever, because we are focused on personal development and you probably need it.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Myself, someone who spreads the truth about MLM, someone who tries to protect consumers, apparently I'm a hater to them because I show lies, manipulation, and the truth about their MLM. For some reason, they look at that as I'm hating them. I don't hate them. I'm not personally attacking them. I will never talk about how they look, the clothes they wear, because that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's not about them. It's about what they're doing to real people and in the harm that they're causing to people. And then they love to point out, most of the time it's women on YouTube. So yes, a lot of women on YouTube make commentary content about MLMs. Men also do. If y'all want to look for that, men do make content on MLMs. But the reason they like to really emphasize that women are making content about multi-level marketing companies is because they want to pull the whole anti-feminism move on women who critique MLMs. When in my opinion, they couldn't be farther from the truth. Because I am a woman, I was specifically targeted for an MLM. Most MLMs target women. That is their target demographic, again, as most of the people who join MLMs are women. Over 60% of people in MLMs are women. So I was targeted. I was harmed. I took the time to do my research. I took the time to see the harmful effects of MLMs. And because that truth was hidden from me by the MLM industry and the people within the MLM, I took that time to educate myself. And now I want to take the time to educate other people. So yeah, many women do make content on MLMs. I am a woman. I do make content on MLMs because many of us are targets for these MLMs. And I'm trying to help other women not become targets for a harmful industry that negatively impacts their mental health, physical health, and their financial well-being. And then they, again, love to personally attack people. They go, I would love to see those women on a daily basis. Are they happy? Do they have something fulfilling them? Yes, I am happy. I love my life. I love my friends. I love my husband. I love my apartment. I love my career. I love my YouTube channel. I love what I do in school. I love the job that I have and what I do to help individuals with their mental health. I am more than fulfilled when it comes to my personal life. And I am even more fulfilled because of this YouTube channel and the fact that I help women on a daily basis see the harms of MLMs. So yes, I am fulfilled.
Okay, that was good. So, next question.
Yes, tell me.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
Do you feel any different when a guy is hating on you versus when a woman is hating on you?
Good question. Well, first of all, I don't care about both. I used to care, but I feel like they scream different type of energies. A guy clearly is insecurity because I get hate on TikTok from guys. I'm like, you probably just want to date me, but you don't have the guts to DM me, so it's okay. But like, don't hate on me, bro. Go and work and go to the gym. Go pump your muscles up, bro. Like, go do something. Like, they need to feel like a man.
Yeah,
feel like a man. Then go feel like a man and go to the gym.
Yeah,
leave me alone, okay? So I feel like that's insecurity. Maybe because we're women in business, and again, I'm pretty alpha as well. Like, you know, just like the mission of our podcast, we're very alpha, but I'm extremely girly too. But it's like I feel like to me, a guy that hates on me is insecurity, and it's like. Some guys I feel like don't like women nowadays trying to take over and they want to keep and stay the male and you know like that's not cute. Like you're screaming insecurity too, as a matter of fact. You're screaming short dick energy, as a matter of fact. Okay, so that to me that's what I feel like when it's guys. Sometimes though I would say guys are really mean. Sometimes like in my case on TikTok, because I have a big following base on TikTok and. I feel like they're very loud, but then you go on their post and they have one post and they're like in their
they look like a
living room and they're like doing nothing. So I'm just like. As if I care. I really don't, but it is what it is. And again, women, I just feel like, again, insecurity, but more so I feel maybe jealousy. And it's like, it's okay. I understand why you would feel jealousy sometimes when somebody has what you want and you don't have it. But in my opinion, the reason why I'm not a jealous person, because if I see somebody that has what I want, instead of being jealous, I get inspired.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's me.
Yeah.
But when I was in high school and I was young, it would get to me. And sometimes I would express jealousy. But I've worked a lot on myself where I understood that if somebody has what you want, don't feel jealousy. Get inspired and be like, yo, you don't know what that girl went through, to be where she at. And I understood that because I understood it also helped me in my business because I knew what I had to go through to be where I am today, and people don't know that. So me knowing that about myself, I know that people, you know what I mean? You never know what they have to go through, and sometimes people will show like they have it all together. Next thing you know, they're broke. Next thing you know, they're alone. Next thing you know, they're sad. You never know. So I've really had that mental shift. So I'm like, if ever, like I'm giving you guys a tip, like if ever you see somebody and you start that feeling of jealousy and a little bit of hatred, that's just because you're insecure and that person is triggering you because there's things she's doing that you're not doing, and there's things she has that you don't have. But instead, why don't you try and make friends with them? Why don't you try to get inspired from them and work with them and collab with them? You never know what could happen if you would focus on growth and connection instead of hate.
So they're trying to say that women should look at them and get inspired instead of making a commentary video exposing the harm that they do on a daily basis. And to me, it's not the fact that I want what these individuals have. I've been in the MLM. I've done the things that they are doing, recruiting people, signing people up, sending DMs, trying to recruit people, being on Instagram stories, buying all the products, keeping up with the PV. I've done all of that. And I am over that part of my life. So it's not about me wanting something that you have or being jealous or needing to get inspired, because that's not the reason why I'm making commentary videos. And I also can see that everything they are doing with this podcast is to kind of piggyback on their MLM, even in a video like this that is about haters, they want to put in the fact of, oh, you should be inspired. Maybe you want to do what I do because you're jealous. And they look at what they do in their MLM as an inspiring thing that everyone should want to do. And I feel like this shows me two things. They either are lacking the ability to critically think, because that happens in MLMs. That's what cults do. They really promote groupthink, and you will lack the ability to critically think when it comes down to your MLM. So it's either that, or they know that their MLM is scamming people, and they are going to make videos like this to try and get people to believe in them and believe in their MLM and not believe in the commentary videos. They're trying to make people believe that any video that's made about their team and about MLMs is all hateful and these people are insecure. They're going to just keep making these videos to try and build up their MLM and their team, and then try and break down people's thoughts on commentary videos that are being done about their MLM.
So that's what I think is the difference. Obviously, in both cases, I think it's dumb.
Because they see something that they want, and they know they're not sure if they could have that thing.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
instead of, because you said it, like when you see somebody that has what you want, you're like, I'm inspired, because you know that you're going to be able to put in the work to actually get that thing too. So that's why you're inspired. So I believe that if somebody sees somebody that has what you want and you feel insecure and you feel jealousy, well, it's because you don't really know that you can actually achieve that. Exactly. So it's all about the inner work and all about reflecting on yourself and seeing that, hey, you can actually do that thing too. You just need to work on yourself and put in the freaking work. Yeah. And I believe that it's all about, I feel like people that are hating, whether it's a guy or it's a girl, it's because they have that scarcity mindset as well.
Yeah, for sure.
They see somebody that, oh, she has that lifestyle, I want it too. She has that amount of money, I want it too. But if she has that, I can have it because there's not enough. And that's not true. Yeah. That's just truly not true. There's enough for everybody. So when you see somebody, like, it's really that. I believe that everybody that is hating, it's scarcity mindset. Yeah. You gotta make the switch and go from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. And 100%. I had that mindset too. I had a scarcity mindset too. And
just because I feel like it's the way we've been conditioned. Yeah. As if like not a lot of people can be successful, but I feel like now we're past that. Mm-hmm. And you only get past that when you get it tapped into your personal development and you're able to do the shift, like she said, from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, and understand you need to check in with your belief. You clearly don't believe in yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's why you're hating on me. Yeah. Because I'm saying me or you, as seeing us having success and stepping into our power. And listen, sometimes guys, we don't have it all figured out, but we try. Mm-hmm. I have no problem with jumping in the unknown and trying things because if it wasn't for me trying something new, I wouldn't be here today. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you need to check in with yourself and understand that, if that girl was able to do it, well, so can I. And if you can't right now and you're still jealous, first of all, in 2023, read a book. Yeah. You know what I mean? No, I say that out of love, because at the end of the day, why would I hate back on somebody that's hating on me? It just screams you are unhappy. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm very abundant and I worked on myself so much that I'm in a place where if you need something, like I have another podcast that's on personal development. Like I can recommend books to you. Yeah. Like for real, because I feel like we have no time in 2022. No. Like it's all about, you got to get your bag. You got to focus. You got to do what you got to do. Become the woman that you want to become. And then you'll have what
it's you like want. Cutting the excuses as well. And just be like, you know what? Stop the bullshit. Stop telling the story that you're telling yourself. You got to switch your own story. Yeah. Because you're telling yourself a story and that is a lie. Yeah. That is a lie, my friend. You're creating your own story. Stop. Cut the bullshit, okay? Yeah. And if you're saying, oh, but I can do that because of this and this and that, no, you can. It's just a matter of you doing the work, because you don't know, as she said, you don't know what we had and the other people that are successful, what they had to go through in order to have the success that they have today. Exactly. And if you would have seen the journey, right? Like, it's different when you see the journey and all the struggles and all the challenges, and when you just see the success. Because some people are jealous of the success, but they would not be feel jealousy if they would, truly see the journey with the challenges and like the grunt work, and just, it's not cute. Sometimes it's not cute. It's also I feel like when you hate like that, it's also, you're putting yourself in a victim mindset. Mm-hmm. You're putting yourself in a victim mode. You don't think you are. You think you're the fresh one because you're attacking somebody else. Truly, you're putting yourself in a victim mode. The poor me. Oh, but like this girl, like she could never, I can't believe she's doing it because this girl used to do this and used to do, you're focused on the past, Karen. Focus on the present moment. Focus on what it is that I say Karen, but if you're Karen watching this, I love you. It's just, the memes, I have to do it. I'm sorry. Karen watching this will be like, girl. I always feel bad.
I always feel bad. I'm sorry, it's a meme. Not my fault, okay? So, but you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a victim. You need to get out of that victim mode. First of all, stop hating. Then get out of that victim mode. Maybe you'll need to get out of the victim mode before you start hating. And then focus on checking in yourself and personal development. And go find online different audiobooks that you can listen to that are going to help you fix that. Because let me tell you, if you keep hating on people, if you keep having that scarcity mindset, you will not accomplish much. Mm-hmm. There's no big haters and unhappy people that will accomplish a lot, because you're giving off that energy, and nobody wants to get around people that have hating energy, negative energy, scarce energy. Nobody wants to be close around that.
It's not cute. It's not attractive.
It's really not. Yeah. And I get it, because I'm sure I've been there before,
Yeah, and I've been there
it's
too.
Normal. You're human.
But the thing is, I
have to be aware.
Yeah, and I came to a point and I realized that, hey, it's always the same thing. I'm always complaining about the same things. It's not changing. Like, and I see everybody else being happy and getting their shit together. Like, hey, I need to figure it out. And it's not just like, the world is not against me. You know what I mean? Some people, they feel like everybody's against them and the world is against you and everything's happening to you. You're not that important. That's the reality.
And it sucks, man. You know, like when you read that, but you know what? You should go and read the book, The Four Agreements, because it's a lot about being self-centered and but me, and so you're not that important, and that's what it says in the book. And when I read it the first time, I was like. I was like, oh, okay, that's harsh. But I get it. Yeah. Because sometimes you think it's about you, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with everybody else. Which is why when people hate, I understand it has nothing to do with me and everything to do about them.
I feel like I have so much to say. It is not a difference between a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset in an MLM. It's about facts and opinions. The FTC has facts. Your MLM, if you actually read income disclosure statements, has facts. And then there's opinions. People who have been in the MLM, they benefit from the MLM, so they try and recruit people. That's their opinion that the MLM is the best thing in the world. If you actually look into MLMs and you take the time to research, you would see that there is a limited amount of people who can make a livable wage, let alone a side income in an MLM. You would see that most people who join make little money, no money, are going to debt. So it isn't about, oh, people don't join my MLM because they have a scarcity mindset. They don't think that they could succeed. That's what I feel like they're talking about. They're like, oh, if you join because I'm successful, you think that you can't be successful. And again, low key, that's kind of the truth. If you look into MLMs and you look at the truth, most people will not succeed. Most people can't get to the top. That's how MLMs are built. That's how they work. That's the business structure. So if people do believe that, it's probably because they looked into the facts about MLMs. They know that most people will not succeed in the MLM. So you are trying to make them believe that somehow they can if they just keep trying, if they just keep going. I definitely see this as something that they're promoting in their MLM, not just publicly. I could see that in their MLM, they probably say this. They probably say, y'all all have a scarcity mindset. Read this book, do this personal development, realize you have an abundance mindset that you can succeed with me. All of you guys can make it to the top. The more that you try, the longer you do it. If you quit, then you're the failure. If you give up, you're the failure. And this quote's always used in MLM. It's like, oh, those who don't quit succeed because those people will get there someday. And that's just not the truth. It's proven time and time again that that is false. And then they said stuff like, you clearly don't believe in yourself. That's why you're hating on me. When you hate, you're putting yourself in a victim mindset, that poor me mindset. That's why when people hate, it has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with them. So this makes me realize, instead of these individuals coming to the realization that their MLM is a problem, doing the research into MLMs to see that it is a problem, they resort to shifting blame onto others, saying that, no, you're just hateful. You're in a victim mindset. You don't believe in yourself. You're not confident. You're not successful. You're not happy, and all the other crap that they have said so far. This happens every day in MLMs, and we see these people just saying it on a podcast, but imagine what they're telling their reps who are reaching out to them saying, I can't get people to sign up. This iGenius fee is like $1,000, which it is in order to sign up. It is so expensive to join. People are probably going, I can't get people to sign up. I've been doing this for a year. And I can bet that they are shifting the blame onto those people, saying that you're not working hard enough, you're not reaching out to enough people, you're not posting enough, you're not doing enough self-development, you aren't saying the things that you should be saying. They are going to sit here and constantly put the blame onto the people under them, while those people are the ones that are making them the money that they are making. So just in this video, I could see them shifting the blame. Oh, commentary creators, women are critiquing our MLM. They're hateful. They're the problem. They're constantly deflecting, constantly shifting blame onto other people when the issue is the MLM itself. So I could see that they are most likely, and give me your opinion on that. Do you think they're doing this to the people in their MLM? Which I, in my opinion, could only imagine the things that they are saying to their MLM reps. Now, clearly I've seen messages before, especially when Wfabb moved from Monate to iGenius. A bunch of people spoke out. I've seen DMs. I've seen how they treat their reps. And again, it's all deflection. It's all shifting blame. So I can only imagine, just off this, what these two individuals specifically say to their downline when they're like, I'm not seeing any success. This isn't working.
Yeah, exactly. So, last question for you, my friend. What do you have to say to somebody that's judgmental towards another woman? So another woman that is judgmental towards women.
Well, I think we pretty much said it.
Yeah.
But I would say
like your last sentence, something to wrap it up.
Watching right now, if you're somebody that has hate, first of all, stop it, because through you hating, you're giving somebody else's your power. You're allowing somebody else to know that you are insecure, that you lack belief, that you lack self-confidence. So I truly believe that stop that. If ever you express that feeling of hate, go and write it down on a piece of paper. Go and meditate about it. Because it's okay. We're human. We're like literally spiritual beings living a physical experience. It's normal for you to express those feelings. It sucks, but we are human and it's normal. But stop it, because you're showing everybody what you suck at. You lack confidence. You're insecure, and you don't want people to know all of that about your business. So if I was you, I would stop hating, because that way you don't look bad. Then you could go out there and work on yourself, and nobody else has to know. Because every time you hate on me, I know you have a problem right now. Because if you were happy and you had success, you wouldn't hate on me. So if I was you, I would stop, because you're showing everybody your business. For real. On top of everything I said, that's how I would end it off.
Yeah. And I feel like if you're watching this right now and you're like, you know what, yes, I'm, sometimes I can feel jealous and all that stuff. Like you're aware of it. So that's the first part. And that's great, because you did the first step. You're aware, and it's being aware is everything. Because most people, they're, hating, and they don't even know their issues. Yeah. They think it's cute. They think they have it all together. But no, sis, you're hating. Like you have issues.
It ain't cute.
It ain't cute. And you have to fix that. So if you're watching that and you're like, you know what, yes, I can be, jealous sometimes and all that stuff. First of all, great, because you're aware of it. Now go do the work, okay? And it's going to be a journey, right? It's sometimes
a journey.
It's going to be a journey. We all have, some challenges. Some people, they can be jealous. Some others, it's going to be something else. But it's going to be a journey, and you're going to have to, it's going to be up and down, and you just have to be aware all the time and remind yourself of no, it's not. If I'm jealous, it's because they have something that I want, and I need to figure it out how I can have that too. And let's just be friends with that girl instead of, hating on that girl, because she can teach me a lot.
ASMR, drinking wine. But yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So you know why I wanted more wine? Because I think we need to shout out our haters.
Let's do that.
Let's give a big shout out to everybody that has expressed hate towards us before. I want to say thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be the bad bitch that I am today.
Yes.
Thank you.
And just know that we have a tough skin. Okay.
Yes, we do.
No matter what you're gonna say.
One.
Yeah. It's not
okay,
gonna stop.
My mama ain't raised no. I'm not gonna say it. So cheers to you. We love you.
We appreciate you. Amen.
Amen. Cheers. But anyways, guys, that was today's topic. So let us know what you think in the comment about people who hate. But I think we're going to end it right here. Thank you so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Talk Your Shit podcast.
They talk about having tough skin, and they're like, it's okay, whatever you say, I have tough skin. And to me, it's not about these people having tough skin. And if they do have tough skin, I am happy for them. But I never want the content that I make to get under people's skin and hurt them. I don't ever want the things that I'm saying to hurt these people or make them say, well, it's okay, you could say that I have tough skin. And I hope that makes sense, but I just want to show the harms of MLMs. I just want to help people. And yeah, I'm going to use your videos as examples. I'm going to expose what you're doing behind the scenes. It would be the same thing I will be doing when it comes to influencer scams. When I showcase what influencers said, what they said behind the scenes, I am showing what these influencers are doing to hurt people. It has nothing to do with that influencer having tough skin. They hurt people, so I'm going to talk about it. Same when it comes to MLMs. It's never to hurt the person in the MLM or to make them feel bad or anything like that. I would never want to do that to someone. It's just to showcase the harm that they are doing. So, in conclusion, before I go into my conclusion, if you made it this far into the video, I want you to leave, and I'm looking at my emojis, I want you to leave a squirrel emoji in the comments down below. If you don't have a squirrel emoji, you could just put a heart. For those of you who don't have iPhones, I don't know. I'm like, does Android, do they have squirrel emojis? So in conclusion, I truly think that these reps and Wfabb use the term haters for people who critique their MLM in order to deflect from actually taking accountability for the harm that they have caused. Instead, they attack the people who make content, saying they're insecure, hateful, not confident. And that's why those people talk about the harmful things that they do when that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm speaking about the Wfabb team and their MLM because of the harm that they are doing, the harm that they have done in the past, the harm that they are doing currently, and the harm that they will continue to do to their team and people on the internet. We also know the success rates, and by spreading awareness on the truth about MLMs, it allows people to intake a different perspective and hopefully see things that they didn't see before. I think that this team will continue to deflect. They will continue to attack those who they call haters. They will continue to shift the blame onto people who make commentary content. They'll continue to also shift blame onto their reps, telling their reps, you don't work hard enough. You don't message enough people. You don't do enough. That's why you're not seeing success. And I think that they will also shift blame onto people who leave. People who leave Wfabb and then they expose them, they will call those people haters just because those people want to spread the truth about what they went through and share their experience with that. And instead of trying to listen to their reps that are telling them they can't succeed, instead of listening to the reps that they currently have, they will continue to deflect and they will continue to not even attempt to listen to those people. So with that being said, all of my haters, how are y'all feeling after that video? I have like 2 minutes until I need to leave for work, so I'm going to have to end this here. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in Friday's video where we are going to be reacting to a Wfabb team call, and it's a doozy, so get ready. So little rewind. Hey, I think there's an issue with your audio. Probably so sometime. No, again, I look as that, or what's the word I'm looking for? If only vocabulary was like my favorite thing to do. What's the word? Person on the interset. They no rewind.